And I'm also here speaking on behalf of the local Democratic Party. I'm also a member of the state committee as well, the Democratic Party. As a lawyer and as a business owner, I think I have a lot of insight into, I see it every day. I see the impact of what happens at the legislature on the people that live here. And these are people we're talking about. These aren't boogeymen under the couch. These are real people. So I'd like to share a little bit about that. We've had the benefit, or the curse, as it be, to have a preview of immigration reform in this county by virtue of this 287G program that we've been suffering through for 2 years now. So we got a good taste of what it's like to live in Arizona and what I guess it would be like to live in the rest of the state if these laws are adopted. And it's been a disaster. It's been a disaster financially and from a humanitarian standpoint. And I'd like to touch first on the financial aspect. Since 287G was enacted, we have had an exodus from this community. My office is bilingual, so we have probably half of my clientele are Spanish speakers, and we are happy to speak to them in Spanish. I'm glad to speak to them in their language, because that's what they speak. It doesn't make any sense to force somebody to communicate in a language they don't speak. We're not communicating. So in any case, I want to make a distinction. When we talk about documented or illegal, as some people would say, illegal people, undocumented people versus documented people, it's not just the undocumented that we get rid of when we adopt 287G. Undocumented people aren't people that isolate themselves and live off in some world apart from the rest of us. There may be one undocumented person in a family of 10. It may be the mother. It may be the father. It may be a child. It's not all of them. When we throw out somebody, when we grab somebody off the street and lock them up and throw them out, we've taken away an entire family's worth of people who leave. And those are the ones that are just following somebody that just got thrown out of our country. But aside from that, you've got all your legal residents who just aren't going to take it anymore, nor should they. How would you like to live in a place where you are going to be questioned, I guess as this new law or as an Arizona-type law is proposed, because of the way you look, you're going to be stopped and carded in public, or arrested, or detained, or asked where you come from and why you think you should be here. How long would you put up with that? How long? How many white people do you know who you think would be carded and asked for their papers? I'll move quickly. We've lost our labor pool. We've lost our customer base. Not just my customer base, but other restaurants, businesses, retail have lost their customers because of these kinds of programs. 287G. It is a deterrent to other businesses coming here because they don't have a labor pool to support them. And I can go into various businesses specifically that have left as a result of this, but I won't. But I want to talk about the humanitarian element for just a minute. As a lawyer, I see people every day that are scared to call the police when their husband is beating them senseless and within an inch of their life. They will not call the police because they don't want to get picked up, or they cannot afford to have their husband go to jail and lose the support for their kids. So many crimes go unreported. People won't testify in court. They won't show up to court. They won't show up to hearings like this where they could finally be heard because of the fear. Who would take that kind of chance that their whole life could be snatched from them in a second because of some unforeseen consequence? This is un-American. This is not what we're about. We're talking about the immigrants that come to visit us, and this is what we show them. We show them that we hate them. We want them out of here. And it's not about legal versus illegal, because I've never seen so many laws proposed that target one group of people. And in closing, I'd just like to say, when we start picking one group of people, no matter whether they be black,